G'day guys, Dan Barrett here from Big Smoke Barbecue and 4 Monkeys. Today, I'd like to show you how to brine and smoke up a turkey breast. It's coming up to Christmas and everyone wants to try something different. You can try this with a whole turkey, just turkey breast, but gather around the family. It's really simple, it's really easy, everyone's gonna love it. So let's give it a crack. Alright guys, so what we have here is 2 turkey breasts. They come in about a 2 kilo pack and they come with the skin already off. You can do them with the skin on. They came frozen, so they've been sitting in the fridge overnight, they've been defrosting, and I've just pulled them out and they look great. So there's not a lot we need to do to them. They've come pretty well trimmed. There's probably just a couple of heavy bits of white sinew on the back, or heavy bits of fat. Might just get the knife under there and take those off. Anything you think that's not going to be too enjoyable to eat, we'll knock off. Really looking forward to this. We don't do a lot of turkey here in Australia, so once a year around Christmas time, it's a good opportunity to give it a crack. And I find that everyone always loves it, so don't be afraid to do it. It's really tasty. So now we've got these trimmed up. We're going to put them aside, we're going to make our brine, and we're going to let these sit in the brine overnight, 24 hours, and really get that flavour in there, packed in there. So we'll be back in a minute. So guys, now it's time to make our brine. And I'm going to be using 2 brines as a base today. It's the Cosmos Original Chicken and the Meat Church Bird Bath Brine. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine the 2, just follow the instructions on the packet to make the recipe. And we're going to use that as a base. Alright, so now we've got our base brine mixed up using the 2 brines. We're going to add a couple more things in there just to get a bit more flavour in there. And what we've got is 4 crushed garlic cloves. Pop them in, a few sprigs of thyme. We've got 3 fresh bay leaves, half an onion roughly chopped, half an orange squeezed and plopped in there. And just for good measure, we're going to chuck in some 4 Monkeys chicken rub. Make sure it's all dissolved. And that is ready. Next thing you want to do, guys, is chuck your turkey breast in there. Make sure it's fully submerged. I'm using the briner bucket today, so I've got the plunger. I can make sure everything's submerged, just like that. We're going to pop this in the fridge for about 24 hours. As I said, let those flavours really get in there. It's going to pack a real punch with flavour, this one. So stay tuned, we'll be back tomorrow and we'll cook this up and it'll be delicious. See you soon. Alright legends, welcome back. It's day 2. These have been brining overnight. The smell's amazing. And there's nothing left to do, just hit it with some seasoning and then we're going to get it on the pit. So your favourite seasoning, I'm going to be using the 4 Monkeys chicken today. Again, from a height, nice even coat. It's going to pair really well with these turkey breasts. Just like so. Flip it over. Get all sides. Just like that. We're going to let this sit for about 20 minutes. Let the rub really adhere to the meat again. We're going to light the grill. We're going to be cooking it on a pellet grill today. Aiming for the temperature of around 275 degrees Fahrenheit on our pit. But you don't need to use a pellet grill. You can use a Weber kettle, an offset, an oven, a bullet smoker. Just follow the same principles, the same times, same temps, and you shouldn't have a problem. So while we let this sit, it's all rubbed up now. We'll get the pit lit up and we'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, so we've got our pit lit. It's running at 275. I'm going to chuck these turkey breasts in. They're looking fantastic. Just going to chuck them up here on the top rack. Probably going to let them roll for a couple of hours until they get a nice colour. And then we're going to wrap them up with some foil and some butter. And we're going to keep going till they hit the internal temperature between 160, 165. Then we're going to hit them with some sauce and they're going to be spot on. Stay tuned. Alright guys, 1 hour in, we're happy with the way these turkey breasts are coming up. It's got a nice colour on them, so now what we're going to do is put them in a tray. You can use an aluminium foil tray if you like. Just going to cover them with some butter. Don't be afraid to get heaps on there, it's only going to improve it. We're then going to wrap it up with some foil and put it back onto the pit until it reaches the temperature of 165 Fahrenheit inside. These are looking sensational. So we're back here now. It's been another 45 minutes in the butter bath. It's hitting at around 160 internal Fahrenheit. So now we're going to hit it with some sauce. And what we've got here is the Cosmos Q peach and jalapeno glaze. And we're just going to drizzle this over the top. And this is just going to complete this dish. And everyone's going to love this. It's going to be a little bit sticky, a little bit sweet, a little bit spicy. Just how everyone loves it. And look at that. Absolutely beautiful. So now we've sauced it, we're going to put it back on the pit for probably another 15 minutes, just enough to set this sauce and get that temperature to 165. And then we're going to carve it up and we're going to get into it. It's going to be sensational. Stay tuned, we're almost there. Boom, 15 minutes later and we're done. This looks sensational. We can't wait to get it cut into it and have a taste. But first, let's just recap. We brined it for a couple of days. Sorry, we brined it for 24 hours in the Cosmos and Meat Church brines. You can use either. I chose to use both, but either is fine. We then hit it with our favorite seasoning. In that case, it was the Four Monkeys chicken rub. And then we finished it off the last 15 minutes with the Cosmos rib glaze. The total cook time was about 2 hours. Hour unwrapped, 45 minutes wrapped, 15 minutes glazed. Boom, hit the internal temperature of 165. Let's get stuck in. I can't wait. Wow. Wow. Oh, that bird is moist. Let's get stuck in. That flavour of that brine is way deep in there. It tastes sensational. It's amazing. Give it a go. That's really damn fucking tasty. Excuse my French. Give it a crack. You won't be disappointed. Everyone's gonna love it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Cheers for the vac, Pidge.